Hi guys, Office Bloke Dave here.
And I'm Ash.
Together we are down with the sickness.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
But I am.
Pretty happy today, actually.
Good. I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, not as stressed as usual.
That's good. I am.
I've just given up on everything, that's why.
I was, and then Dave introduced me to loads of music and I feel better about my life and stuff like that.
That's the power of music, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, if there was ever a song to personify or to encapsulate the power of music and the power of de-stressing a little bit and focusing on what's important in life, this is definitely one of those songs.
Okay.
But the reason I've queued it up now, Oliver Anthony did a cover version of this the other day at the Blue Ridge Festival, and the Blue Ridge Festival is the one that's been an absolute disaster in the States. It ended up getting cancelled halfway through. Oliver Anthony...
Was that the people being like, they were striking?
They went on strike. All of the stagehands and stuff went on strike. They weren't being looked after, but also the crowd weren't being looked after. It was a mess. Okay. I listened to that Tank the Tech talk about it because he was there with Electric Callboy.
Yeah.
But Oliver Anthony with Papa Roach... which I don't particularly like, but I appreciate this. And do you remember a band called Shinedown?
Never heard of them.
They were kind of from the new metal era, early 2000s. They all got on stage to like a makeshift stage with acoustic guitars and did a version of this song.
Okay.
To some people in the crowd. It was maybe felt like 200-300 people watching them.
Oh, sick.
And I think at that point the festival had been cancelled and they were just trying to give people something. And it was a great performance. I reacted to it. I almost queued it up for us to react to, but then I thought, if you haven't heard the original version of this song, I don't want to spoil it by you hearing a cover version.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay.
So, the band, I've always said Lynyrd Skynyrd, but I'm English and no one ever said it to me.
Skynyrd?
Apparently it's Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Lynyrd Skynyrd. Apparently, I mean, let us know in the comment section. It's a band that I've listened to. I mean, when I say I've listened to, I've put on their greatest hits, disc 1 and 2, for the past 20 years or whatever. You will have heard some of this. Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, I've heard of Sweet Home Alabama.
It's a Lynyrd Skynyrd song.
Oh, okay.
But
I didn't even know the name of the band, I just knew the song. Everyone knows Sweet Home Alabama.
They do. And Freebird is another one of theirs that's like...
Do I know Freebird?
It's one of the best endings to a movie ever.
Which movie?
Is... not House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. No, Devil's Rejects, the sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses.
I don't think I've seen either film.
The ending scene to that with Freebird playing. Treat yourself. Go and watch it if you haven't already.
I have not.
It's a proper horror movie.
I love horrors.
We'll watch it.
Sweet.
We'll watch it. But anyway, I've talked loads. So we're going to get into this song. This is Lynyrd Skynyrd. Lynyrd Skynyrd. Correct me in the comments. Feel free. Simple Man, the song is called.
Okay.
It's not a music video. Someone's just done a lyric video to it.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. Just so you know. Let's do it.
like country rock?
I think they were one of the pioneers of sort of southern rock.
Okay.
So this would have been around 60s, 70s, I think.
It feels like kind of like, you know, Good Morning Vietnam with was it who's the actor? Was it Tom Hanks?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, it was, I can't remember.
Was it Robin Williams? Good Morning Vietnam.
So you're hearing that era,
yeah,
in this.
Yeah.
You're probably right. To be fair, it's probably not far off. I don't know exactly when it came out.
It's actually a pretty chill song. Like, I really appreciate it. It's a pretty straightforward sort of melody and beat, which is really enjoyable.
It's about
really
the feels.
Chill.
It's all about the feels. It's
Yeah.
about the lyrics. The music sort of complements the lyrics and the vocals so well.
Really well.
I absolutely love this tune. It sort of gets me in the feels every time I listen to it.
I get that.
It's a song I've listened to a lot, and it's very easy to get caught up in just living fast.
It's true.
And like, I find it very hard to take a step back, you know, and just be like,
Step away from the rat race.
and just focus on what's important in life. It's so hard.
That's why I said to you, I look forward to my LARPs, because I leave all of that behind and I step into this completely separate world, and it's just...
I just need like 10, 20 acres, nice little house on it, and then that'd be it, and just switch off.
I'll try and put in more hiking and camping trips, yeah.
Yeah. It's just remembering what's important. You focus on what's important, and that's one thing this song, I think, helps people focus on. Just step back. That constant pursuit for money isn't the one. That's not going to make you happy.
No.
But we all do it because you need money to pay your bills, to buy your car, to buy a house, all that sort of stuff.
You have to be part of society, but we get caught up in it, as they say, caught up in the rat race.
Yeah.
But it's a really lovely song. It's very chill.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
Get your lust for the rich man's gold. All that you need is in your soul. And you can do this, baby, if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied. And be a simple kind of man, or be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Oh, yes, I will. Oh, don't you worry, you'll find yourself. Follow your heart and nothing else. You can do this, oh babe, if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied. And be a simple kind of man, or be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple
I absolutely love that song.
I feel proper chill. I know I yawned. Apologies, it's super late tonight. And
We
obviously
are recording late.
Yeah, super late. I wasn't yawning at the song. It is a really nice song. Beautiful lyrics.
Yeah.
It's really chill. I really enjoyed that. Like you're saying, like the feels. Obviously, it means more to you because you have a son, and he is your only son.
I see that song in two ways.
Okay.
I see it as the son, which
True.
it's like advice being bestowed on you as a son. And then as the song progresses and I get later into it, I start thinking of it from the perspective of a dad. And especially that lyric of, all that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied. That's like, what more could you want for your kids?
Yeah.
Like, they could be mega multi-millionaires and unhappy, and as a parent you'd be disappointed. Or they could be just getting by but be the happiest person you've ever known, and you'd be more proud, I think, of me. I would personally, of the happy one that's got the shit together mentally, that you live in a life where you follow your heart. Obviously everyone's got to get by, you've got to pay your bills,
Yeah.
we all have to work, and if we lived in a world where you didn't have to work, I think the world would fall apart quite quickly.
It's like
It's
one
not a
of the
bad
lyrics.
thing,
No.
going to work, but just chasing, it's not the one.
Well, it depends on the person. Some people thrive off of that. That is their happiness.
But
So
are
it
they
depends
happy?
on what makes you happy. But I know what you mean. As long as they're happy and they're satisfied with their life, it's like it's one of the lyrics, and I didn't get the full part of it, but it was like, I just want you to be yourself, be free in yourself.
Yeah, and you'll
It's-
find love, or you'll find
No,
yourself.
find a woman, you'll find love.
Yeah, so the one you're saying, I think, is, and you'll find yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Such a great song.
But
Really
how,
lovely.
How many people out there have, because I know what it's like, you work really hard for the good of your family so you can put a roof over your head and stuff like that. But how
Hold
many
your
people-
family name and respect and all that as
But
well.
how many people have done that and then they turn around and their kids are 20 and they've just missed everything and they're just like, shit, what happened? And they've got no relationship with the kid, or the adult, but the intention started off pure, where I'm going to work really hard to make sure I provide a great life for my kids, but in doing that you've sacrificed your relationship with them, you've not been present, and that's what I get.
I
a
know
lot
what
from
you're
that song.
saying, but you've got to find the balance, because
Yeah.
obviously my dad wasn't around a lot because he was working so much because of the situation our family was in.
Yeah, which you
And you
have to
could
do.
say, and then like I was at boarding school for most of that, so you know, you could say that we didn't really have that time together. But my dad and I, as I've gotten older, we've actually got a better relationship because we can talk on a more mature level and more of a better understanding. And I'm closer with my dad than I've ever been.
My dad was a long distance truck driver, don't forget, driving in the Middle East when I was born.
Yeah.
And stuff. So again, like, I know.
And you guys are close. You guys see like each other like every second Sunday.
Yeah.
I-
We've always been close, but that's because he, like, when I was about 2 years old, I think, he came back, he'd spent 2 weeks of the year in the country, I think, something like that, when I was a baby, or I was like a toddler and I could talk. And he came home and picked me up, and I just cried my eyes out because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And he said that absolutely broke his heart, and that was when he gave up long distance truck driving. And he went to the company he worked for and he said, I'm not doing abroad anymore, I'll do domestic driving.
Yeah.
And then they sort of screwed him and booked him in for loads of abroad driving.
Yeah.
And he ended up just binning it off.
Becoming
and then
a mechanic, yeah.
he got on the tools and became a mechanic instead. And I think he realised what was important at that point, because his own son, like, you know how proud my dad is of me and my bro, he always has been.
But then he's also then sacrificed his happiness, because him and I have talked, and he has said that he wishes he'd never given up the driving.
Yeah.
He's grateful that he got that extra time with you guys,
But
you and obviously your brother, but
Given the decision, he'd do it again.
I'm sure he would.
He would choose me and my bro over the long distance truck driving.
I believe that. And I think that was where I struggled with the idea of having children, was because for me it's like I don't want to make that decision. My career is everything to me. It's like Dave and I obviously had everyone has the lottery winning talk, you know.
I've got 5 scratch cards in my pocket. I'm not even joking.
And yeah, I've even said to Dave, like, if you made it really big in YouTube and it was your full-time career, I still wouldn't give up my life. I wouldn't give up my job. My career is everything to me.
See, although I worked hard in getting to the point where I had a good job and all that sort of stuff, I completely gone blank. I was thinking about
You had a good job,
stuff.
and I know, yeah.
No, I worked hard for that, but I also lived quite, what's the word? when you're self-centered and you only have to think about yourself, it suits some personalities. It didn't suit me.
Yeah, you said it
So
changed you when Oscar was born.
Absolutely.
It was in that moment. It's just.
I was always a better version of me when I was in a committed relationship, and then like that gets harder to find sometimes when you're dating and you can't find the right person and all that sort of stuff. And it's a lot easier to. What's the word I'm trying to think of? It's like.
Commit.
Nihilistic.
Nihilistic,
It's a lot easier to be like nihilistic and self-centered and do things that aren't the best decision for you because you've only got yourself to think about, and who gives a shit, because who cares about me?
And you should care about yourself.
No, but you can get yourself in that. My personality is to get myself in that mind frame, and then having kids changed everything because it's not about me anymore. It's about someone else, and I sacrificed my life for other people, which gave my life so much more meaning.
Yeah.
And then it stopped me just being nihilistic and obsessed with pleasures.
Whereas I spent years thinking there was something wrong with me or feeling guilty because I knew I didn't want kids like from age 9. And of course, as a woman, that's quite controversial. It's becoming less controversial these days, but everyone would just be like, oh, you'll change your mind. I felt wrong for wanting to be selfish. Like, it was like, I don't want to sacrifice my life for something or somebody else.
Women shouldn't be made to feel bad for not wanting to have kids of their own.
But we still are. Like, I'm still having the battles with the doctors and things like this, and they're just like, oh, he'll change your mind.
But here you are with me. You have 2 beautiful kids and you're great with them.
I know, and they have unfortunately stolen my heart. It's all your fault.
Makes you feel better.
I do love those kids.
It's the best thing I've ever done.
Very, very much.
But yeah, so back to the song, because we tend to go on loads. For me, that's an absolutely iconic song. It's absolutely amazing. The sentiment behind it is just perfect. What do you think?
It's a magnificent song. I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. I don't think I would ever have searched for a song like that until you showed me.
Well, there you go. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
Right then. Cheers for that one, guys. Apologies for the big long rant, but that is us. So if you're not into that, it's a 5-minute, 50-second song. If you want a 6-minute reaction to this song, go to a different channel. We just chat shit
all the time.
That's all we do, is just talk pants.
Yeah, we hope you're here for us.
We do it when there's no cameras on.
We never finish films like in the loss of time. It's just. But
yeah, cheers for that one, guys. Make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. Let us know what to react to in the comment section, as always.
Yeah.
Don't forget, there's a Patreon, but just being here is enough.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Bye, guys.